Okay, can you hear me now? I am so sorry. It just occurred to me. Thank you, Nicole. I'm so glad you were here. Oh, excuse me. So, I guess social it up and all that good jazz. Oh, can you hear me now? I hope. XOXO. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Thank you, God. Thank you to our angels. Thank you to our goddesses. Thank you for all the amazing messages that you've been giving us. We ask that you continue to make them clear and concise so that anyone who hears the message may understand what it is that you have for their lives. We also ask that anyone who hears this message be blessed by it in unconditional love. Amen. All right, so let's dive in. I think our message is going to come from our goddesses, and then, of course, we are going to get our spirit animal at the end. Thank you, goddesses. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you have for us today? And I think we are actually going to cut the deck. Yes, cut the deck. All right. And let us talk to our spirit animal for the day. Thank you, spirit animals. Our spirit animals, what do you have for us today? Keep shuffling. What do you have for us today? What is it that we need to know? Okay, keep shuffling. Okie dokie. We're going to keep shuffling. There it is. Got it. Okay, so let's dive in and see what we have going on today. I'm going to do something like this. Let me flip these over. All right, so our first card represents you or your strength. Now this is interesting. See, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And I apologize, my nails are like terrible today. I mean, they've been terrible the last few days, but they're extra terrible today, so my apologies. Take some time to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And bear with me, I don't know if I can get this to focus real quick without readjusting the whole phone. Take some time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And what I'm hearing in particular is renewed strength. That is where you'll find renewed strength. Now our next card, something that supports your life or represents your life. Freya, bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. You're a bold, daring person. What I'm hearing is stop holding yourself captive. Take risks, follow your divinely guided intuition. Be bold, be daring. Now, the next card is something that supports your happiness. Oh my goodness, and you guys know how much I love this card. Rhiannon, Sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Something that supports your happiness is you being crystal clear about your intentions, because as you do so, you bring your goals, your results, what it is that you're trying to manifest, you bring your desires into reality, which makes you happy. So remember, set crystal clear intentions. Focused intention Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will reach your mark. Now, your next card is an obstacle, or it's something that you need to overcome. Now, this is interesting. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. You know, we've got a lot going on in the news right now, and this is a time to remember unconditional love. To love not only yourself, but others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Unconditional love. We don't love people when they wear certain things, when they say certain things, only when they do certain things. Unconditional love. Love yourself the same way. I can be just as guilty. Sometimes we disappoint ourselves, or we mess up, or something happens and we get down on ourselves and we get frustrated. But again, to give ourselves unconditional love, because remembering our electromagnetic field, what we send out is exactly what we get back, right? If we're sending out self-loathing and self-hate, what do you think we're going to get back? Unconditional love. And again, not just ourselves and other people, but situations as well. Recognize that only love is real. Now, here's a message from your angels. Vesta, home. Again, your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So as you grow in your knowledge and understanding, as you walk further in your life path, as you get clearer with your intentions, as you begin to be bold and you focus within, things begin to change. As things change on the inside, they begin to change on the outside. That's so awesome. Your next message, or our next message rather, is a message from your guides. Donna, High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So again, remember that you're being divinely led at all times. As you come into your own understanding, feel free to share that with others. You're helping them through your spiritual teaching. As you come into your own spiritual understanding and as you apply that in your life, recognize that it also is helpful to others. Whether they're seeing you, feeling you, watching you, hearing you, you're divinely guided at all times. All right. And our last message comes from the heart. Sulis, bodies of water. Spend some time near water, such as a lake, river, or ocean, to recharge your batteries. And which is what I'm getting ready to do. I decided that I'm going to make that drive to Galveston today to get near the water. Spend some time near the water, such as a lake, river, or ocean, to recharge your batteries. Not to be funny, y'all, but if you can't get to a lake, river, or ocean, a bath can do amazing things. When you're in the shower, ground yourself. Imagine that shower just washing away all the old and bringing in fresh and new. New life, new ideas, new energy. And the one thing that I see in particular is that it's very grounding. Notice how the water, how it flows, but it's flowing down into the deep depths of the earth. So even again, if you're in the shower, imagine as the water, the fresh shower water washes over you. It's washing off all that dead, old, stagnant, no longer serving my highest purpose, energy, thoughts, ideas, feelings, down into the earth, where it's being grounded, where Mother Earth can transmute that energy into love. But as that fresh water is flowing over you, it's bringing about new life, new energy, new ideas, new thoughts, new feelings, freshness. Bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or ocean, to recharge your batteries. Again, if you can't get to a lake, river, or ocean, spend some intentional time in the shower, in a bath. Spend some time meditating, mindful thinking. All right, and then finally, today we've got our spirit animal. Oh my goodness, again, the buffalo, reminding us to be thankful for all that you have. Be thankful for all that you have. I love that card. He just looks so happy, doesn't he? Be thankful for everything that you have. So let's run through these again really fast, just as a reminder. Sieg is reminding us, spend some quiet time. Take some time to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Get in your heart. Get heart focused. Get heart centered. When you do so, Freya is telling us to be bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks. Be daring. Something that represents your life. You're a bold person. If you're not sure how to do that, come back. Get into your heart space. Get into your quiet place. Rest, meditate, contemplate. Right? And then you'll recognize, wait a minute, here are areas of life where I've been restricting myself. And this is something that I've been really getting some messages that I've been personally getting over these last 2 to 3 days. What are areas in my life that I've been restricting myself, that I've been holding myself back? What are areas that I'm still operating out of lack or out of fear? Where is it that I'm saying, oh, I don't know if I can, but really I know that I can be bold. So what are those bold areas of your life that need to step forward, that are calling, that untamed wild that's calling forth to you? Number 3, supporting your happiness. So again, as you get in your quiet space, as you begin to get bold, you change within. And changing within changes everything on the outside. Your household situation is improving. You are improving either through a healthy move, a change in your environment, or a healthy change in the occupants. Changing your situation, changing your environment, changing your thoughts, changing your feelings. As you get in your quiet space and you start focusing on your heart center, and again, you begin to get bold, recognizing those areas where you can set yourself free. You get a healthy change within you, and it brings about great joy and happiness. And then again, guys, some of this is very literal. Moving to a new location, maybe having a new roommate, someone moving out, what have you. But I think most of it for most people is going to be very, very personal and within. Our next card, Rhiannon. You're a sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your intentions into clear reality. So I think for a lot of people, and I'm going to say a lot of us, because these are, again, personal messages that I've been getting as well, is to get even clearer on our intentions. Sometimes we're clear on our intentions, but we're not focused on them. So to get abundantly clear, and again, once we get into our heart focus, once we get into that place, that quiet place where we're rest, meditating, and we're contemplating, and we're recognizing, you know what, I've been choking myself off here. We can begin to set these intentions into the world, get abundantly clear about what they are and set them into the world. Begin to overcome those obstacles. And a message. No. I'm sorry. I goofed. I picked up the wrong card. I'm so sorry. This was the area to overcome. I think it still applies. The same message still applies. Unconditional love. This was our obstacle card. Loving yourself, others, in every situation. no matter what the outward appearances may be. I apologize. I goofed, guys. I goofed. I think the same conversation still applies, though. The obstacle, loving ourselves enough, and the situations. There's a lot of judgment. And I think that's the biggest thing that I'm hearing. It's not only a lot of judgment of others and other situations, but it stems from a lot of judgment of self. And when we can learn to let go of some of that judgment of self, it helps us to recognize that unconditional love aspect. And we can therefore begin to release judgment of others and judgment of others' situation. Others and their situations, and just situations as a whole, I should say. But when we get in our quiet space and we get focused and we get centered, when we begin to unleash that untamed wild, that untamed divine, and we begin to support our happiness, it helps us to release those judgments, to begin to love ourselves unconditionally. And I think that's really an area where a lot of us are struggling to get bold, is to love ourselves enough and unconditionally to be willing to stand outside. It's not even about looking weird or being the oddball, but just standing outside of the crowd, speaking what it is that's on our mind, out of unconditional love, getting out of that habit of speaking out of ego. And sometimes when we do finally get bold, we still get bold, but we're bold out of fear. If I don't say this, then I'll get crushed or left behind, but learning to speak from a place of unconditional love. And again, as we have more unconditional love for ourselves, it really helps us to be able to open up and recognize how to have unconditional love for others in every situation, whether we agree or disagree, but to see it out of unconditional love. And again, a message from our angels. Rhiannon, sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. A reminder to get very clear, not just our intentions, but our clear intentions, which again is why I think it's so important that our strength lies in our meditative space, in our quiet space. Nematona told us twice, I believe, last week, to find a sacred space, our power place, right? So as we're in our heartfelt, and I keep saying our heartfelt place because what's really standing out is along her aura, that green space, getting heart-centered, getting crystal clear about what we want, and remembering that we're creating at all times. So as long as we're creating and we're a clear, magical person, we need to get clear about our intentions, focused thought, or focused intentions to bringing them into reality. A message from our guides reminding us that we have divine knowledge that can help others through our spiritual teachings. We have divine knowledge that can help others through our spiritual teachings. Now, remember, guys, this doesn't always mean that it's a formal setting that you have to go out and be, a professor in spiritual teaching or what have you. But that as we follow our divinely guided intuition, our divinely guided knowledge that lives within us, as we connect to our heart and we surpass that gateway up into the higher realms, to our higher chakras, that we get greater clarity and greater understanding of different situations, right? To help us move into a place of unconditional love. And so we can use that understanding to help guide others. All right, I'm going to leave that at that. I think y'all know what I mean. I don't want to over-explain and then get off topic. And then finally, number 7, a message from your heart. And our heart in particular is telling us to get near water. To get near water, spend some time near waters such as a lake, river, or ocean to charge your batteries. To reconnect, to improve that household situation, to get clear about what it is that you want, to tune in to that divine knowledge that's already within you. really what I'm feeling right now is this message. A lot of this message is about tuning into to yourself, tuning into your divine guidance, tuning into your higher self, your divinely guided self. There's a lot going on, a lot of energy coming up, a lot of things coming up for a lot of people right now. A lot of clarity, a lot of confusion, all at the same time. A lot of movement, but a lot of stagnation at the same time. I'm moving forward, but I feel like I'm moving backwards because these things are coming up, or just a lot going on, a lot of whirlwind. And so really this is a time not to get caught up in the confusion, but to go deeper within, to connect to self. Understand that this confusion is a see it as a guide or a mirror. These things are coming up within you because now is the time to understand, to deal with them, to get clarity. When the student's ready, the master will appear. Sometimes we can look at this confusion or this this I don't want to call it chaotic because chaotic implies that it's bad, but this heap of thoughts and feelings and emotions and energy and direction and all of this soup of this soup mix of things coming up as a guide, because now we know, okay, let me face one of these each at a time. Let me go deep within my heart center. And a lot of times when we start going within, we start to realize that these things, all these things that are coming up, good, bad, or indifferent, that they're all connected. They're all at a root. So if we can get closer, more a deeper understanding, recharge our batteries, but get a deeper understanding of who it is, where we're at, where we're supposed to be, not supposed to be, but where we're moving towards. What areas do we need to release? What areas do we need to show ourselves and others and situations more unconditional love? What areas of our lives have we been restricting ourselves? Do we need to stop holding back and being more bold? But it all starts with going within and getting deeper understanding within ourselves, from ourselves. And as we begin to do that, then we start to recognize, okay, my clear intentions, now I can start to bring them into reality. I'm divinely guided at all times. So often we spend this time kind of playing these guessing games. Is this the message you're trying to tell me? Is this what I'm supposed to be looking at? But when we can go deep within and get bold and comfortable with being our divine selves, not just hearing and connecting, but being our divine selves, we become happy, but we begin to be able to help others as well through our teachings. And again, these aren't necessarily in formal teaching settings, but just in who we are, in our way of being, of how we live our life, of how we think, act, move throughout the universe. All right. And then again, getting near that water to charge up. And think of it like this. I get the impression that sometimes people are like, why water? What happens if you put a live wire into water? That whole everything's just gonna, water will create big sparks. Get near water to charge you up. And in particular, we like to, if possible, get near natural water versus uh, I would say purified water. But if you can't get near natural bodies of water, work with what you have. If you're taking a bath, bring your stones in. Say a prayer over your water. We've talked about this in the past, how speaking to your water can charge it molecularly, can restructure your water. Speak life, getting clear. All right. And then finally, guys, I don't want to keep going on and on because I'll get stuck here all day. You know that I will. And then again, be thankful for all that you have. Be thankful for where you're at. Be thankful for these things, these thoughts, these feelings, whether they're confusion or happiness or sorrow or joy or what have you. Be happy, be grateful for them because they're an opportunity to recognize where we're at. Again, we were reminded last week so many times that these things that come up within us, and it all started last Monday when we started working with healing negative energy through, or overcoming negative energy through feminine power. And that whole guided meditation was about recognizing that as these things come up, that they're a mirror within us. We don't have to fear anything in particular to recognize that, okay, this is negative energy that's flowing through me. I don't have to, number one, I don't have to attach, I don't have to assign claim to it. I don't have to attach myself to it. I can recognize what it is, that it's flowing through me. I can release it. But as it flows through me, there is a reason why this is coming up, especially if it's something that appears to be in our external world. What is it the external world is reflecting within our internal world? Well, again, and I say this, when the student's ready, the master will appear. This thing is coming up because now you're in a position, you're equipped to handle it differently than you have in the past. Does that make sense? To understand it from a different mindset, from a different interpretation. To understand it from this perspective, to be able to go deep into your quiet space, understand what it is from a place, of unconditional love. I'm not judging it as good or bad. I'm just recognizing that it's here. I'm giving it healing love. I'm following my divinely guided intuition. I know universe, God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, that you're bringing this into my life right now for a purpose, for a reason. There is a lesson that I am to get from this. Help me to go to understand what it is. Help me to release what it is that I don't need and to be bold enough to move forward in what it is that I do. All right, guys, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes perfect sense. Again, just operating out of unconditional love and being thankful for what we have, where we're at. You know, there's a message that I got, and I'm going to just share this. This was kind of personal. This was a message that I got, and I think that maybe sometimes some can relate to it. That we get so excited about our clear intentions and about manifesting and creating, you know, and what have you, that we forget to be thankful for what we have right now. We get so excited about the future or something or some potential that we forget to be in a space of right now. Does that make sense? We get caught up in thoughts, feelings, and conditions in particular. If and when this happens, then I'm going to feel like that, or this is going to be awesome over here. But we forget to be grateful, to be thankful for what we have right now, to really appreciate it. And sometimes we say all the right things, and yeah, we are thankful for what we have right now, but we don't necessarily take the time to stop and to be in the moment of right now. So be thankful for all that you have. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's coming up, it's here, it's there, it's for a reason. Now we can learn to overcome the judgment of ourselves, others, and situations, and learn to approach with unconditional love. And again, as we approach with unconditional love, then we have a new way of being. We can be bold when we're in unconditional love. It's hard to be bold when we're in fear and lack. It's hard to be bold when we're in judgment of others, because when we're in judgment of others, we're constantly creating and being in fear of judgment of self. And again, a lot of times we have judgment of others out of our judgment of self. Okay, I'm going to stop there because if I don't, I'll be here all day. I love you lots, y'all. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Don't forget to request your free goddess reading at IamGoddessLife.com. You'll have that within 24 hours. And let's social it up one more time. Chug-a-lug. Make sure you hit like when you're done. Water is my friend. Be thankful. Have an amazing, amazing Monday. I am going to scoot to the beach and reconnect and get near water my dang self. Take the advice from our guides and make it happen. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome one. Bye.